Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I am Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. So, famed rapper Blueface was seen on stage during one of his concerts of inviting a fan on stage, and allegedly something happened, but he pushes her, he shoves her. I saw the video. You'll see it in the Rapper News article if you haven't seen it already. He pushes her, shoves her on stage, and then chaos breaks out. So let's get right into this article here because I got something to say about this. I know people don't like me talking about this kind of modern day rap music or these modern rappers, but this type of stuff has to stop, man. Like really, this is really out of hand, So let's get right into this. Rapper Blueface is being, Rapper Blueface was seen online after video emerged of him calling a fan on stage only to shout to his entourage, "Get her," which is exactly what he said in the actual video, before she is shoved to the floor. The Daily Mail reports the incident occurred at a club event that the Los Angeles rappers was hosting alongside his on and off girlfriend, Jada Alexis. I think Jada Alexis is what it's saying. I'm trying to see. I hope I don't mispronounce that name. These names are very hard to pronounce oftentimes. And so it goes on to say, this is crazy, man. According to the various people on social media who attended the show, Alexis accused the woman of throwing ice at her. The ice throwing allegation cannot be seen in any of the videos circulating on social media. It says the clips do show Alexis being physically restrained by security guards as the woman appears to deny she threw anything. This is just crazy, man. And look at it. It says, I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of this article. Fans quickly responded to the act by calling out the performer for turning on a supporter and humiliating her. And one particular fan writes, "Blueface is out of control, pushed a female fan to the ground who allegedly threw ice on stage that had his team stomp her out." This was last night in Utah, man. It's pretty bad. Let me see. Here's another one. Another comment. After ice gets thrown, Blueface throws a Christian rock fan, I don't know who that is, towards JD Alexis to squabble up. Now you can watch the videos on that in Breitbart News article. Says, I hope the woman pressed charges and where her friends at. We all would have jumped her and Blue. One person wrote in the comments under the video, "Wow, Miss Blue Cheese felt disrespected, so he manhandled a girl who paid to see him. I'm disgusted that he is still walking free. Just lock him up already," another chimed in. "I'm pretty sure I can read the girl's lips where Jai is signaling her over. They're like, come here. It looks like the girl says, no, it wasn't me, baby. I'm going to assume this wasn't my baby." Man, these people can't spell. I know I'm not but greatest reader when it comes to these names, but people can't spell. Either this is a mistype, or these people can't spell. Anyway. And by the way, forgive my voice. I was in church last night, okay? I was in church the other day, and the praise conductor wasn't able to make it. She was sick. So I had to sing some of the songs and play the drums. So my voice is kind of hoarse for a reason, okay? So forgive me for the slip-ups here. Blueface, 26, is currently on probation stemming from a November 2022 altercation at a strip club in Las Vegas, in which he was initially charged with attempted murder. The charge was later reduced to battery and discharging a firearm, as Breitbart News reported. What? But that this man is still doing this kind of stuff. He's still up here rapping. People still. It's hard for me to. That's the end of the article. It's hard for me to believe that this is not planned. that this kind of nonsense is not planned by some higher forces. And what I mean by higher forces, I don't mean necessarily spiritual, although I believe there are spiritual elements in it. I mean, there has to be people in the industry who are conscious of this, but they're purposely, consciously pushing this kind of nonsense and promoting it, okay? And I don't think it's just for money. I don't think it's just for money. It's bigger than money, okay? I think it's designed to corrupt. But here's the bottom line. Yeah, this is just crazy. This is just insane. Here we have another rap artist getting involved in something that's allegedly unprofessional. I'm being politically correct here for all these people that love these rappers, okay? These modern rappers. I'm just being politically correct. No, I'm not going to be politically correct. If this is factual, and I saw this guy push this guy, then he's a jerk, okay? He's a jerk who is out of control, okay? And he should not be singing, okay? This rap music environment is not true rap music, in my opinion. The rap music that I'm accustomed to that came out in the 70s and 80s, okay? I don't remember any of that rap music or that rap environment, okay, pushing anything this extreme. Now, I'm going to assume that there was fights breaking out in a concert and all the rest. I'm pretty sure there was. It had to have been, okay, because rap music always, to some extent, as well as rock and roll music, have always had a rebellious nature, okay? But it has gotten to the point now where it's almost demonic. And I'm not going to even say almost demonic. A lot of it is demonic. You got these rap artists performing satanic rituals on stage. That is not for fame. That is not to try to, be like, I'm going to be daring and I'm going to be new and original. Come on, people. Y'all falling for that? Are you serious? How are you being daring and original by doing a satanic ritual on stage? How is that original? Stop it. Stop it, man. Stop it. They're opening up spiritual portals. And these spiritual portals are releasing demonic entities into the environment that are attaching themselves to the fans and putting these fans under a satanic, demonic spell. People can believe that or not, or they don't have to. They don't have to believe in it. I believe in that. That stuff is real. I don't just believe it, I know it. I've dealt with demon spirits. Okay? I've had to cast some out. It wasn't psychological, it was spiritual. So this is what a lot of these rap artists are doing. And this explains why, the way I see it, a lot of people, a lot of these so-called fans still attend these concerts, still spend tons of money to hear these people calling themselves rap, which they can't rap. They cannot rap. That's number one. Number one off the back, the way I'm seeing it, I'm giving you my opinion. They can't rap. They can't rap. Their rapping stinks. I detest their rapping. They can't rap, bro. You can't rap. And yet people spend tons of money to listen to the twos of the adversary. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? And this guy does this, and these fans made this rant, and they commenting on this cat. They like, man, look, what's up with this guy? He should be in jail, woo woo. But I guarantee you, as sure as I'm sitting here, that they'll go back to. If you have another concert, they'll go back to it. They'll attend it. They'll attend it. They don't make no difference. You want to know why? In my opinion, they're going to continue to attend these concerts. They're going to continue to spend money in the kazoo to see them. It's because they're under a spell. It isn't because the rap music is so great. The rap music stinks. In comparison to the original rappers of the 70s and 80s and the 90s, it stinks. It isn't because the rap music is good. They've been conditioned to think that. It isn't. It's because they're under demonic, satanic spell. So they just blindly go to these concerts anyway, even though there's all kinds of violence and satanic rituals being performed on stage, they still go anyway, blindly. So, I mean, really, I could talk about this. Others could talk about it. Other YouTube content creators could talk about it. But talking, it could only go so far. People going to still attend it. People going to still attend it. Yeah, they're going to still listen to the kind of music. They're under a spell. But look, at the end of the day, man, no, this kind of stuff, it has to stop, man. It just has to stop. It has to stop. It's making rap music look bad. Okay. And I'm not a person, I've said this before, I'm not a person and never was a person that was into rap. Okay. It wasn't like during the 70s and the 80s. The 80s was my actual decade, actually, as a teenager, where I went to the store and purposely bought rap music, like Run DMC and the Fat Boys and all that. I didn't go to the stores to buy their music. You know, I was into horror movies. Purchased Fangora magazines and Gore Zone magazines. I wasn't trying to, and any music I bought, it was like maybe Prince. I brought his Purple Rain cassette tape. I think I might have purchased a Michael Jackson cassette tape. But other than that, I was into the movies. I wasn't even into, I didn't care. I could care less about buying any rap music. But, they had MTV and they had, we had the radio back then. The radio was a big thing. Aside from TV and the movies, we had the radio. So oftentimes the radios would play their music. So I had no choice. It wasn't like I could just turn it off. I could turn it off per se, but I didn't have much of a choice. And their rap music wasn't that bad, so I was okay, I listened to it and it was cool. But it was never nothing like this. It was never anything like this. This kind of rap music has been taken over by the corporates who have turned it into a satanic cesspool of evil and violence. It's promoting violence. It's promoting a negative attitude upon the young people, and it's changing their attitudes. It's changing their very mentality. I'm looking at the fans here in the video, right? Video was a few seconds long. I'm looking at the fans, and they're all wide-eyed, and it's like you're seeing this stuff, and you have your phones up, and you're taking pictures, you're filming this type of stuff going on. This big fight, what appears to be a fight, because it says apparently they stomped the woman. And you just filming this stuff, right? And they're wide-eyed and they're starry-eyed and they're looking at this, and it's like it's just a spectacle to them. And I could see the look on a lot of these so-called fans' face, and it's like they look like they are under a spell. Literally, it looks like they're under a spell. Because in my opinion, I think they are. And they'll go right back to this kind of music. It's amazing to me how this kind of rap music and these rappers make tons of money, way more money than the rappers of the 70s and 80s and so forth did. Way more. And one could argue because they've been promoted, they've been marketed more. But under what pretense? Because they're great rappers? Or is the elites trying to push a certain perception among the young people? Because most of the people that listen to this music are young people. And what I mean by young people, I mean teens and those in their early to mid-20s. Okay, the Generation Zers and the Generation X's and the Generation Zers, they're lost. They're lost. And this kind of music only feeds them being lost. You got lost kids that have lost young people that have no concept or understanding of history at all, just about. Then you feed them this trash that we call music, that we call rap music, which it is not, in my opinion. And we expect, what do we expect? What do we expect? Will we expect them to be like Jesus? We expect them to have morals and values, to know the difference between right or wrong. It's hard for them to know the difference between right or wrong. Their consciousness has been suppressed, numbed, seared, like the Bible says, with a hot iron. They don't know the difference between right or wrong anymore. To them, this is normal. Wilding up in the concert is normal. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't do it in rock concerts. I'm pretty sure they did. They did. Of course they did. But I ain't talking about rock music. I'm talking about hip-hop music today. That's what I'm talking about. I can't deal with what they did in the past back then. I can't deal with none of that. That may have been a foundation. But right now, the biggest pop music, if you want to call it that, is rap music. And why is it pop music? It's because the corporates and the elites have marketed it as pop music. It isn't because it's the best music. It's because it's been marketed that way. It's demonic music. It's vile music. It's violent music. It's satanic music. It's negative music. 90-something-9% of it is. And everybody that's watching this video, you know I'm telling you the truth. And you may not like what I'm saying. People may not like what I'm saying. But, man, I'm standing on what I'm saying. This is what I see. This is what I hear all the time. And I can only give you what I see and hear. This ought not be the case. This guy takes her on stage and shoves her? Are you serious? Are you serious? But that's the world we live in, people. That's the world we live in. Eventually, hopefully, people will change and say, I'm going to stop listening to this kind of nonsense. I'm going to stop. And then we'll find out whether or not this kind of so-called rap music would change for the better. But that's my views on this. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.